so here is my linked render right there. So I already tried this, so I'm already logged in, but I'm going to go ahead and log out. Log out successful. Now we're going to go ahead and confirm by going to the home page. I am logged out. I'm going to go ahead and log in again. Log in. And there I am. Alright, let's check out API documentation real quick. Remember, we are still logged in. So let's go ahead and try this real quick. Ignore this for now, explain it. So I'm logged in. Post should work. Because this is one of those ones that requires authority. There it is, client created successfully. And then I'm not going to go over all the other ones. I guess I could do the other. Let me scoot up. I guess I can do the other collection. So real quick, this one doesn't need any authority. This is just getting the data that's in it. I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to go ahead and try to patch it and modify it. And again, that should work, right? We're going to go ahead and just say this is not Office Centauri 555. It doesn't need all of it, but that's not what this one is about. So here it is, solar system updated successfully. Alright, now if we log out, which is what this is for, log out successful. Oh, real quick, I just wanted to do something just for some other stuff, but no user logged in. That's because we already logged out, so there's no user to log out. That's all done over here in controllers and validation and all that mumbo jumbo. So anyway, now let's try this again. Logged out. Unauthorized access. We're going to go to the other collection, which should have the ID still. No, where is it? Where'd you go? Patch. Come on, patch. Alright, we're going to try this again. Try it out. And execute. Unauthorized access. So there you go. There's an example of that. Alrighty, so now we are on VS Code. So you needed to download pretty much these guys right here to make this whole back and forth interaction with your render and GitHub to authenticate your login. Anyway, sorry about that. So Passport is pretty much going to be the thing that's handling the jump between GitHub and your thing. Session is kind of helps store the user's information and all that. Course kind of helps with the requests, and then GitHub strategy is again the strategy that will use, which is GitHub, because we're using GitHub as the login method here. App session. So here we store some of the, or we set some of the variables that we're wanting for the session. Here we initialize the actual passport and the session, and then if we go down here, we initialize pretty much course and the methods that it's using, origin, basically saying that from all origins, at least for this API. Let's see here. So here we're setting up the passport, GitHub strategy. So these are the variables that we need for this. GitHub client ID, secret, callback URL. All these things you work over there in GitHub, and when you're setting up an OAuth app. This URL is important. You need to also make sure you put that on the render, otherwise it's not going to know where to call back or listen for that callback. So let's see, so here I have a function that I created over here on controllers that I'll go over that right now. Basically it just looks into the database to make sure that the user doesn't already exist, because again we're storing credentials in this one. As you can see here, Stargazer is the one that I used when I did login and register manually without the whole OAuth authentication. And here's the one that's from my GitHub, local and GitHub. So it's storing them, and that's why it's checking, so it doesn't add it again. Here we serialize the passport, and then, or serialize the user and then deserialize. Basically, this is going to serialize it into the user's data into a session, and this one basically goes and gets the data from the session. So anytime we're at the home app, we're gonna check and see if a user's already been authenticated. If they are, it's gonna show logged in as that person. If they're logged out or there's nobody there, it's just gonna say logged out. This really should just say something else like no user logged in, but that's what we have it. Where we check if there's someone else already there, it's over here, but that's the way I have it. So let's go into the routes. So here we have the routes that we're looking for. It's these guys right here. These ones are again not part of this, but these are the ones. So anytime we hit login right here, we're gonna go ahead and use Passport Authenticate to kick us over to GitHub. And then this pretty much takes care of itself, honestly, with the whole routing to GitHub and then routing back. But again, you need the URLs and all those variables configured. And then when you log out, you get logged out. Ain't nothing crazy about that. Let's see here. So, auth controller. Oh yeah, middleware real quick. Realistically, the only thing that we're using here that's related to this assignment is this one. Is authenticated. So here, we're gonna be checking every time we send out no, it's right here. Anytime we send out one of these requests, we're gonna go ahead and check if we're authorized to even do that in the first place. It's pretty much for those that are actually modifying any data. The ones that are just getting, you don't need that, but the other ones we are checking. See, we have it there, and we have it on these ones as well. That's pretty much it. So if I have time, here's the other stuff. So the difference between going through GitHub and then going through normal person's login, it's gonna be all this. You have to do the whole session and everything yourself, the registering stuff, the login function of it, and all that stuff, just to kind of get into the session and proceed as if you were from GitHub. But that's about it. These ones just check the fields for registration and login, but again, completely unrelated to the documentation or the assignment. So I think that's about it. Ignore and .env and node modules are not there.